Hi, everybody. Again, it's Jeff Wilson here, and I've got another lesson for you in our series of digital illustration anatomy. And we're going to be talking today. This will be part 4 of our series here. I'm going to be talking about the details of the most expressive parts of our bodies for drawing, and that is our fingers, hands, and our faces. So what I'll do today is I've got a blank screen here. I've got my cell phone. I'm going to, because I don't have a mirror, so this is a lesson for you. This is a good chance for you to help yourself. If you don't have a model to do the acting for you, you have your own body that you can do your facial expressions, you can do hand expressions, and we're going to use our mirror, or in my case, I don't have a mirror here, so I'm going to use my cell phone and take a picture, a selfie of my hand, of my face actually. I'll start with a face. I'm going to make an expression. I'll take my glasses off here and I will I have mine in a 5-second pose. Okay, so I've just made a pose of my face here, and I'm going to go to my screen here and use it. So I'll just quickly show you the facial expression on my phone. This is my face here in the pose that I just did. So what I'd like to do is to reproduce that on the screen. I'm just going to use my rough pencil here. So I'll use my sketching tool here. And let's redo that. Strengthen that. So I'm just going to do a round globe for my head shape to start with. Now we know the eyes are generally mid-face here. And it's not going to look exactly like me, but it'll look quite a bit, I'm going to use it as hopefully it'll look quite a bit like me. And so we're going to use the tools we have, the roadmap of the face, so we know that their eyes are here in the eye line. We're going to make the cross figure here, and then the nose would be in this area here, and the mouth in this area here approximately. So what we're going to do is add the figure here. So the eyes the pupils are fairly down, and we can kind of play with this a bit. The nose I can play with a bit too, the nostrils here. So I'm using this as my template for the expression I just made with my face here in my phone. I'll exaggerate my eyebrows being a little higher than they were and just sketch this out here. So what I'm basically doing is what we call in art a gesture sketch of a facial expression here. So we know the way the face goes, but we can stretch it, and you can exaggerate it, make it a lot of fun here. I'll exaggerate my hair even too. So here we've got the eyes. We're exaggerating them a fair bit, and then you've got a facial expression. So so from here, we can do something else. I could look at my mirror and make a frowning expression. So what I'm going to do, instead of I'll create a new layer here, and then we're just going to change our tool, and we're going to use basically the same distance, and we're going to create a new facial expression here. Frown the brow a bit here. We'll close the eyes maybe a bit. We'll kind of show we'll use the other layer as a background for it, and we'll come out somewhere in the middle there. So there we can add to that here. The face is more frowning. So we'll notice here that the muscles of the face are moving inward like that. Whereas in this other pose, we had the face kind of spreading out a bit. So everything would be kind of expanding. So it would be more going up, out this way. So that's a good idea for the face. And next we're going to do hands. We're going to take these all together out. And what I'm going to do is I can either take a picture with my hand. What I think I will do is just do a pose in front of you and do my hand in this position. And I will try to do it from your point of view on my tablet here. So what I'm going to do is let's add another layer here. And so I'm going to lay out my hand in circles here. So this is the main part of the hand. And of course the hand has 5 fingers. So I'm going to create the joints as joints here. This will be a little trickier here from the angle that we had, but it should still work. You should still be able to do it. And of course we have the joints for the knuckles of the finger and into the hand, and it should be pretty close to might be just a little absurd, but it'll pretty much get the point across here. And then of course let's see, we'll check that again, and the thumb joint of course over here. So and of course, it really helps to do this and study your hands and the way your hands move, the way your hands make gestures, that sort of thing. So we're just going to change up the colors here so we can get a little more detail in here. So we'll the thumb, of course, here. This index finger is going to be pretty well shown here, and then we'll just add the fingers, the shape of the hand. So what we're doing is just kind of fleshing out what we started previous sketching, give you a little more stability there. And you can do this with your legs too if you're positioned. But I find with superheroes, the face and the hands are the most expressive things in the anatomy form. So if you're looking for that, that's certainly the way to go there. So that's a bit of a dynamic hand there. Let's try a new layer here. We'll just do the classic Jack Kirby hand spread, which this is something I studied for many years. Jack Kirby's was a great comic artist with Marvel Comics, and pretty well loved and appreciated here. So the famous finger spread. I think there's even a photograph of Jack Kirby doing this too in real life, and it looks pretty good because he was obviously drawing his own hands all the time he was doing these, but very powerful fingers and sinewy fingers here, and just the way he had the pose looked so good. And I'm not going exactly on my original here, but I hope is getting the point across here. So I'm just going to do a different color here so we can kind of play this out a little better. And boy, this isn't looking real good, but it gives you the idea. It's a dynamic pose, and it's you see the muscles of the hand, the muscles of the palm in particular, and the muscles in the joints in the finger, and then the palm of the hand. And let's just erase it a bit here too, because that's and then of course the widens here to the thumb, and finishing off with that hand figure there. So that's a couple of hand poses you can try. Let's just try one more, a fist, an open fist maybe, which I think will be fun. And this again would be what I usually start with is with a circle, or actually with a more like a rectangle, and showing the knuckles here, the first two knuckles anyway, because they're usually the most prominent, and then developing down into the knuckle, finger knuckle there, spreading over this way, knuckle two, and then the knuckles start to go down closer to the here, so you don't see them as well, but you can still see the spread here. And then on this side where you have the thumb joint crossing here, so we'll just give it a little more strength here. So and in the end, we should have a fist, and with the thumb joint, of course, and the thumbnail showing here. So it's kind of a rough, very rough kind of gesture sketch, but we'll put a little wrist on it there, and you have a fist. So you keep practicing, keep doing hand gestures, keep doing facial gestures, and keep playing with it, and hope you have fun. And I'm sure you'll keep learning. So with that in mind, it's Jeff Wilson here, and I thank you again for joining me, and hope to talk to you again next time.